welcome to episode 65 of This Knitty Life. My name is Rachel and I am coming to you from Leeds, West Yorkshire, where I live with my husband Rob, my two children Martha, who's 11 and a half-ish, and Theo, who's about to turns 9 about Easter time. So yeah, and my dogs. Did I say my dogs? Did I miss that bit out? And my dogs, Peggy and Wilma. They are Cavalier King Charles. They'll likely reappear. Thank you very much for joining me today. This isn't a podcast, an episode, as opposed to a non-episode, which I have been sprinkling in. But thank you very much for all of your lovely comments on my previous non-episode with all of my love notes that I have made. I do really appreciate that. It seems a whole lot of people have made it, and some even a couple of times actually, and or people are planning to make it. So yeah, that was really interesting. I'm trying to think of some other ones where people said they'd made quite a lot of them. A few for the Tolster was quite a popular one. But I am planning on doing like my runners up as well, which I'll probably end up doing next week, but I'm still on track on my Friday thing. So today is February the 14th. It is Valentine's Day today. I am in my Popsy jumpsuit. It is a jumpsuit. It has been highly inconvenient for work. I only went to the bathroom once, should you need to know this. And I'd got a t-shirt on underneath it, and I've got leggings because nobody wants to basically sit naked on the toilet at work, do they? So yes, there is that. If you want to find me anywhere on the internet, you can find me as this_knitty_life, or you can find me as Reward on Ravelry. You're very welcome to join those places. Yeah. So we'll kick it off, I think. I say what I'm wearing. This isn't my finished object. I do have finished objects. This is the hoodie shawl cardigan. I'll try and stand a bit. It's a hoodie shawl cardigan. This is knit in Dyecandy. And it is, cover my face, the bow tie colourway. I do think it's still in her shop. Quite a heavy Dyecandy day, actually. Yes, it is. Dyecandy kind of day. Yes, so this is super pretty. I've not had this on at work because I'd be too cold, frankly. You're not allowed to woof. No woofing. Come over here. I've just given them a couple of bones, and I kind of forgot how incredibly loud that is. Don't knock the chair, pardon you. It was really, really loud, so then I had to wait for them to stop finishing said bones. You're going to come up here and show off your haircut. So we very much got our money's worth of our haircuts for the dogs. Peggy doesn't even look like the same dog. She was very, very floofy, and now you're not sitting on there. Come here. Come on, show them your jacket. Come on, sit. She comes. She has a Valentine's Day jacket on, and she's had a haircut, so they always chop off a little moppy bit at the top. You can't really see, but it's much shorter, which is much more practical, but we do miss it. But now she feels like a little puppy. Are you a little puppy again? Yeah? Look how cute she is. Oh, it's you? Can you see yourself? Is that Peggy? Right, sit down. Right, let's get on with it, shall we? So, as I mentioned in my last non-episode, I had a missing object, and I located my missing object. It's just right there. You're going to sit right there. Perfect. I located my missing object. It was a love note, and now I've finished it. So there. I've not actually blocked it, and I should be wearing it really, shouldn't I? So this is love note number 11. So here it is. This is in the Fruitful Fusion. So I mentioned I had a navy blue one. So this is the Fruitful Fusion. It's have I even tried it on? Oh, Rachel. I'm not quite sure how far I got with the sleeves. That would be terrible. Did I try it on? I know I've not blocked it. Just put it on your head, Peggy. I'm gonna put it over my cardi. Might look a bit silly actually, but never mind. This would go nice with this jumpsuit. No, it's a bad idea to not take my cardi off. So, this is My new love note. Don't go on there because there's a drink on there. No, I don't want you on there. So this is my new love note. I will try and get some proper pictures properly on Instagram. So yes, no, stay there. This is, yeah, Tin Can Knits pattern, as I've talked extensively about. I think it's the extra small size. So this is how far I got with the sleeves before I ran out of yarn. So like 3/4 length. I do like a little bit of tattoo-ness showing. So yeah, I really like this one. Obviously it's one of my favourite patterns, it would seem. But yeah, super duper wearable. And navy blue kind of goes with everything. I did have a couple of thoughts about some other colours that I might want to knit, which is a little bit crazy. But I've got in my head at the minute, I really want an orange jumper. So I don't know if I'm going to do an orange love note or an orange lento, but I really want something orange, like quite bright orange, frankly. I've got a couple of, again, Dyecandies. I've got some Dyecandy and some Rainbow Heirloom and some Spectrum, all in oranges. So might have a little ponder on that. But I do, yes, I would like to make one of those soon. So yeah, so this is my first finished object. My next finished object, you'll be proud of me, is my Christmas socks. So these are my fab funky fibre Christmas socks. So I'd finished, I was stalled on the heel, wasn't I? Which one is it? It was the green one. Yeah, I was, do you know what? I've not even tried these on either. Does that make me a product knitter or a process knitter? Because I don't necessarily think I'm a process knitter. But product would imply that you want the product to put it on. But I'm like, it's finished. That's not dead to me, but that's gone. But I've not even worn these. Maybe I was saving them to show you. So yeah, I did one of those afterthought, put a line in, heels, and then picked it up. Just a normal, stop it, normal toe. No, thank you, Peggy. Peg. No. Peggy, stop it. Yeah, so yeah, just absolute standard sock. I think it's a 56 stitch, 2.25, nothing terribly different or exciting there, but quite rare for me to do 4-ply socks, to be perfectly honest. Peggy, please stop it. That's really inconvenient. Okay, so this one is kind of a finished object, kind of not a finished object. And I did make some notes on a post-it. And I didn't, all I put down was mini chicken. And this is, I will have to put the details about the pattern because I can't remember what it's called, but it's the emotional support chicken, but it's the mini version. So it's not entirely finished. So I need some stuffing and an eye. So this is my little chick. So the beak needs work because it's not very beaky. And I need one of those little chicken things on. So you put like this flap on the bottom. I put cinematic back on, I'm hoping it works. So I've sewn most of it together. So it needs like, hang on. I do it this way. It needs sewing up, but that's kind of the extent of how it is. So it was really interesting construction, this. I saw it on, is it Keita Knits podcast? She made one. And I thought, I quite like the idea of an emotional support chicken, but it's a bit big. But this is just a little mini version. And it's super cute. But yeah, I feel like I've got some safety eyes somewhere, but I don't know where. And I don't want to buy a whole pack. So I could just do black yarn. But yeah, the stuffing's kicking about. I've got quite a lot of stuffing. But I say that, but Martha pinches it quite frequently for random craft projects. My daughter is very much a mini me, and it's really kind of funny and all, but sometimes it's coming back to bite me. Today, for example, she woke me up very early because it was Valentine's Day to get ready for Valentine's Day. We like a theme in this house. We like Easter, we celebrate Easter, we decorate. We hadn't gone in the loft, and there's only a little bag of Valentine's, and by Valentine's decorations, it's literally like little like Christmas bauble looking things, but heart versions that go on our little twiggy trees. But we hadn't kind of got round to it. And yeah, she wanted to get dressed. It was a uniform day at school today, but she decided not to. I'm not quite sure why. She's like, no one ever wears a uniform. which is kind of true. But anyway, yeah, so she was up very early, so that was delightful before work. Right, so there you go, there's my chicken. Peggy, if you could stop that, I would really appreciate it. She's barking at nothing. Nothing. Right, chicken. Oh, I did put down as a finished object, but I haven't actually finished it or picked it up since, is the baby hat that I was knitting for one of the teachers. I did plan on finishing that, but I haven't. So that is still a whip from the last one. So they're my finished objects. So my other whips are kind of busting out their bags. Look how much they're totally busting out of the bags here. So I'll show you this one first. So this is my boucle, Peggy, Lento, and it is significant. Look at this. So I was where the duck is last time I did a proper podcast. So I finished the body, which is actually significantly longer than I normally make. It is, look at this. That's really long for me. And I have picked up the sleeves. I've actually gone down a needle size for the sleeves because it seemed quite wide. Like it looks quite wide, and I thought, well, I can have a baggy body but slimmer sleeves, then that might make it a bit more wearable. So again, this is in rabbit and bobbin. Oh god, I can't even remember. I'll look on my tag. Terrible, Rachel. Bobble and Badger. You see that? Bobble and Badger. This one is Avalon. Yeah, and it's boucle DK yarn. The pattern I'm knitting is Lento, which is ultimately just, I'm going to call it a bog standard pattern. As in, you can knit this with more hair, knit it in DK, and I'm doing it in boucle. So I've added just the 4-ply held together on the stripes, just kind of a bit of a mismatch of everything there. I did, at the bottom, I did a stripe of each colour. I don't know how much, not necessarily each colour, but I did a stripe of most of them. Come on. Focus. So it's like an orange and then a neon yellow and then a pink. So yeah, that's coming along really nicely. So yeah, I just need some sleeves. But yeah, really like that one. It does, I think I knit it on a 5.5 and the pattern technically says 6, but it already looks quite big. And I did knit the smaller size because I think the smaller size is, something like a 38. Well, bless you. Bless you. Anyway, right, yes, so that one. And yeah, so I feel like I've kind of done a bit of focusing on certain projects. So I feel like I've made significant progress on some things. So this only had like a quarter of a sleeve. So I've knit a full sleeve and 3/4 on my love note. So I did just kind of power through that quite quickly actually. So I'm quite chuffed with that. But this one is in my little grey girl bag. I believe Gemma is vending at, is it Unravel this weekend? So I'm very proud of myself for this. I've not actually touched it for a little while, but the progress I made, it's on my Litmus cowl, I made was substantial. Last time I podcast, we were going to see Hamilton that night, me and Martha. I'll put a couple of pictures in, if I dare. Did I? I don't know if I did in the last one, I don't think I did. And I knit through the whole thing, actually. My father-in-law drove us there, so I knit on the way there, and I just knit on this. And I knit through loads, actually. Loads and loads, like it's quite long, but yeah, got through loads, so I think you'd be quite impressed. Look at this. Look at this. Still not a full repeat yet. I don't know what. Wilma's just banging her other bone against her crate. So here it is in all its glory. So it is like a fadey sunset. So the grey, which I've said before, is botanical yarns. But look how much I've done. I think I'd got like here. You I've messed up here. I messed up here in Hamilton. Stop it, guys. Messed up here. Peggy Wilma's just dropped her bone and it's gone through the bars of her crate, and now Peggy's ran away with it. So that's quite naughty. Has she got your bone? If she did that to you, she'd rip your head off, wouldn't she? So yeah, look at that. So I'm on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm on 11, about to start 12. I did miss one somewhere completely by accident. I think there's supposed to be another purple. There's supposed to be another purple, but I missed it. So yeah, I've that one's coming up. I've got a super duper blue coming up. More blues. Yeah. So I'm trying to just keep the next few. Got 3 pairs of scissors in this bag. It's not ridiculous. Like, really? Really? And that's the grey, which is the botanical yarns. So yeah, that is really coming along. I just love it. It's just so meditative, and read your book, go where you want. Absolutely love it. I'm going to move the stitch marker up, and then we know where we are. So we're in the blues now. But yeah, that's really good. I'm not quite sure how long I'll do it. Like, in theory, we could call that done, but I don't think we will. The one I wear all the time now is a Spectrum Advent, and I wear it nearly every day. It's a firm staple. I think just as well in terms of shawls and stuff, just with school, because I work with younger years, am I bending down more and stuff, and sometimes shawls come unravelled. Like, I wore a really small shawl today because I couldn't find my Litmus because I was late, because my kid got up and made me straighten her hair at 6:10 this morning. So I couldn't find it, so I put one on, but it was so small I took it off. And it wasn't that cold on the playground today. So yeah. Like I said, I'll probably get through all of the colours and then assess it. I have only used like half. So I've got, I have only used about half of each colour. So this is the advent calendar from Dyecandy. I assume I mentioned that. This is her 2024 Dyecandy. I know, darling, I know she's got your bone. Oh, sorry. Dog life. Dog life. Right. Let's tidy this up. Yeah, so that is coming along nicely. I always seem to have these 2 whips written down, and I'm not quite sure why. Obviously, we fully know that I have 5,000 million whips. I've got loads of everything. I've not touched my crochet cardie, my Jethro. I've not touched that at all. I'm a bit hesitant because I think I've crocheted it together a bit too tight. So I'm a bit worried about that. Just kind of the impact on how it's going to look. I really want to pick up my Penguono, the Stephen West one. Carly's been knitting on hers. My friend Carly, you know Carly, right? Carly's been knitting on hers, and she's got to give herself a little goal to get it done through half term. I've got a project I want to frog and kind of repurpose the yarn, so that's on my goal list. But I think that's all the whips I seem to have brought over. Oh no, I lie. I cast something on, I say last night, my in-laws picked up the kids from school yesterday. So in theory, I had like all these hours to myself. Well, Rob was here, but I don't know what I did. Must have phone faffed. But I did cast something on, actually. So this is another whip. So again, this is Dyecandy. This is in the colour Better Days. It's scrummy. Look at this. It's Aran, which is controversial. So I did cast on a Lento. I was going to cast on a Spin Raglan, which is Andrea Mowry, which I've got a couple of and I wear a lot. The colours in this are gorgeous. Speaking of gorgeous, look at the nails. Oh my gosh, nails. Spent a long time doing these last night. Yeah, but I cast this on. I put one in a full skein so you can see. But I got this in D-Stash ages ago. So look how nice this is. It's called Better Days, and we're hoping for better days. I am trying and pushing and aiming for better days. It's half term now. We finished school today, so that's a very better day, isn't it? So yeah, school in England, I assume everywhere in England, not quite sure actually, has broken up today, Friday the 14th. I feel like it was a week earlier last year. I don't think we've ever had a Valentine's Day at school before, but it was nice. Like in club today, we got to make some cards and do some bits and bobs and sticking and gluing, and that was really nice. I took some goodies in for the staff room because I'm the best human on the planet, so that was fun. Yeah, so I've started this, so let's see what kind of progress we make. In terms of acquisitions, I did get the Spectrum Fibre Gemstone Club. Trying to see if it had the name on it. Yeah, the Gemstone Club. So I think everyone should have it by now. So look away if you don't want to see that. And I will be showing that. I did get a postcard with it, but I can't put my hands on it. So this is January's colourway. And this is called Amethyst. So it's a gorgeous purple. Can you focus, please? Not on me. Peggy, please stop it. There we go. So it's like soft purples, dark purples and speckles. And this is a DK that I get it in. So I guess I was kind of waiting to show you. There's some nice pink pops there. Absolute bane of my life, these dogs. Spectrum Fibre, probably going to make some socks. And then I thought what I would do with the leftovers, she's riled me up now, see, I'm all grumpy, I think I'm going to make a giant granny square and just do like a blanket with all of the bits that are left from the club, which is normally like a decent significant amount. Stop it. Don't you even dare. Yes, so that's the Spectrum Club. I did sign up for, oh, that should be coming soon now I've thought about it. I did sign up for Dyecandy, has a 3 mini club. So it's 3 minis. I think it's only 4-ply. 3 minis on 4-ply. I think they're 10. I don't know, I think they're 10 grams. They must be, because it's £12 posted. So yeah, the first ones were really nice in January. I didn't get them, and then I signed up. So it's £12 posted, and I'm sure you get 3 minis. I think they might be 10 grams, not 20, just based on the price, but I'm not quite sure. But yeah, that was a fun club option. That's not arrived yet, but yeah, that was fun. So staying on the same purpley theme, not sure where, oh there it is. Right, so I got some of this. So Wool Warehouse have an offer on at the minute on some of the yarn smiths, and they have it on the merino sock. So obviously if you vaguely watch this podcast at all, you'll know that I don't tend to do commercial, but I'd got this in a D-stash from Botanical Yarns, and I was debating holding it with one of my Spectrum Fibres that I also got from her, but because it's Surrey, I felt like it would dominate it too much, and you wouldn't be able to actually see the Spectrum Fibre because it was a gorgeous purple and it was really speckly. So I bought this. So this is my plan. So it's a fluffy plan. I'm not quite sure what I'm going to make yet. I was debating, is it the Lady Violet that was suggested? I was debating that one, which has got a bit of lace on, like here. It really reminds me of the Felix pullover, which I do actually have the pattern for. So I could, in theory, do that and then save buying another pattern. But I don't know, yeah. So I've got these to hold together. So these were on offer at 2 for £10. So I got 2 of the same colour. I feel like I was quite good, and I didn't round it up because I think it's free postage on £20. It used to be 25, but I think it's 20, which seems strange to go in that direction. But yeah, that's just a purple. I can't remember what it's called. It says shade 2K356. I might try and find the colourway, but it's like a lavendery colour. I was going to get a lighter one, but I went for something bolder just because this is... you might not be able to see this. Peggy, come here. Yeah, so that... Stop holding it up, Rachel. Yeah, so if anyone has any ideas, you know, I do like a lento. What I was actually going to do, which I didn't mention with this one, I was going to do a bit of garter on the tops of the sleeves, just for some variation of all of these garments. But I'm very happy in my own little bubble of knitting the same garment again and again, as you well know. I do like that. I do find comfort in that. That is something that brings me joy. Yeah, so something fluffy, I think. In terms of patterns, I showed you before for my birthday, I got a gorgeous set of mini skeins from the Lonely Knitter at Laura, wicked ones. They are absolutely gorgeous, and I've been kind of trying to think of a pattern to use, and I've pulled this one out and I've printed it. Ugh! It's the Strava pullover. Peggy, stop it. And it is by Tiff Nealon. Feeling a bit anti-dog at the minute. Come here, you absolute nincompoop. Come on. Thankfully, in half term, we are going away for a few days, and we are not taking these idiots with us. We are heading to Lincoln again. So if you watched previously, you might know that's where I met my husband. We went to university in Lincoln in the early 2000s. And this time we're taking the kids, which isn't amazing. But we've got another awesome Airbnb right on Steep Hill. If anyone knows Lincoln at all, the hill is steep, it is like this. And our doggy friends are looking after our dogs. They actually messaged me and it's like, oh, it's nearly half term, are you going away? Can we have them? Can we have them? Please have them. Please have them for a while. Yeah, I'm finding that they're both quite reactive at the minute in terms of like anything in the sky. Literally, oh look, there's a seagull all the way over there. I'm just going to go and bark at it. So I'm finding them quite stressful at the minute, if I'm perfectly honest. To have that little bit of respite from them. And it sounds terrible because they're just dogs, and it's probably my own fault for not training them properly, but they're driving me mad, frankly. So yeah, we're going to go to Lincoln early half of next week in half term, but the kids have never been, so that's exciting. Martha's going to rinse me dry in all of the shops. She wants to go to Tiger, or is it Flying Tiger, Copenhagen one? I don't think we have one in Leeds, but she's never actually been to one. So when we went in the summer, we bought her some things for her birthday in September, and she loves the shop. So she's really excited to go. So yeah, Theo's not really bothered at all. He'll just play Roblox, I imagine. Yeah, so that should be nice. A little change of scenery. The cottage that we've rented has got a fire and it looks really cosy. So that should be good. So hopefully the weather's not dire and terrible, but we're not really a big eaty out family with the kids because particularly Theo is he's very particular about what he eats. I don't know whether that being coming under a neurodivergent thing. Is it aphid? He only eats quite a limited amount of things. He's not one. Yeah, Theo's very particular. So it does make it quite tricky. But we'll see. So we should be able to have a little potter around and just kind of take it easy, going for 2 nights. So yeah, that should be really nice. But yeah, I'll have to let you know what I'm going to take. I'll probably take my new chunky lento. Yeah, I'd like to get these sleeves done because that's quite a big project to take. So it'd be nice if I could maybe get those sleeves done before I go. So it's Friday and we're going on Monday, so maybe not. But you never know. Anything else? I was going to talk a little bit about East Anglia Yarn Fest. It's so very far away. I would really like to go, but I just don't think I feel confident enough. Like I would find an Airbnb and stay over. I just don't feel like I feel confident enough to drive on my own. Even I don't think I've ever driven that far on my own before, which again, if you're in England, it is far. It's about 4 hours. I know that's a splash in the ocean in America, but we're not in America. I just don't feel like I could do it, and like I don't know that I've got anyone to share the drive with. That then couldn't someone like you can't really just share the drive as in like, oh, you do 2 hours, I'll do 2 hours because insurance and stuff. I would really like to go, and I found a couple of Airbnbs. I have looked for just like a single room in somewhere, which also kind of freaks me out too. But I'd like to go, but I just don't know that I can swing it and make it yeah. But I'd be very interested. I don't know. You never quite know. Obviously, my husband tends to work Saturdays, and I think he might have likely missed his window to book it off. So it would have to probably be send them kids to my parents and the dogs away. But you never know. You never know. I know people are driving much further, but I am just kind of coming back on the back of like quite severe anxiety. So maybe it's probably not the best for me to go to a busy show. I'm not quite sure. Yes, we will see. Speaking of all of that anxiety stuff, I have just finished my second week back at work. I had it approved that I can go down to a 4-day week now. So after half term, I'm now on a 4-day week. So I will have Tuesdays off, which I'm hoping will help. So yeah, that's about all I've got to share today. So thank you very much for joining me. I do hope you are okay and happy and healthy, and maybe this was a little bit of light relief from your life. I hope my friend Anna is enjoying her bath while she's watching my podcast. Just thought I'd add that to the end. Yes, indeed. Right, thank you very much for joining me. I will be back again as soon as I can. I'm hoping I can still do my normal, is it awesome? It is awesome. My normal non-podcast podcast next week. Small humans willing and all of that. I'll probably do, as a bit of a spoiler, the runners-up to my love note. So the other ones that I've knit a significant, like 5 or more of. And then after that, I'll probably do like my whip draws, because there's a lot to whip. There's a lot of whips, and that's kind of my plan, I think. So I hope you're enjoying those non-episodes. If there's anything that you would like to see, do you want me to do like a tour of my stash? I think there's been some shorts, and there's definitely some on Instagram, but I've got a lot of stash. If you want to see all of that, or if there's anything you'd like to talk about, I'd maybe do one on colour work at some point. Yeah, I think I'll probably do that. I'm very aware that I'm probably not doing great with eye contact today. It's been a busy day. Yeah, so if you've got any ideas of like, oh, actually, I'd really like to see blah, 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 or blah, 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 or, hear more about this, that, and the other, then if you just drop me a comment below, then that would be really appreciated. If you have made it to the end of the episode, if you want to leave me like a little love heart below, that would be great. Because it is Valentine's Day. I think what I'm going to do is we've now hit 850 subscribers. I think when it gets to 900, I'll do a giveaway and like kind of do a giveaway every 100, because my numbers don't climb particularly fast. So I'm going to do a giveaway at 900 is my plan. So yeah, if you've not subscribed already, then I do really appreciate it. It does really help to get my videos out and all of that, and liking and clicking on all of the comments. That's it does significantly help. Algorithms are a crazy thing. So yeah, thank you very much for joining me today, and I will catch you again in a week in a normal episode, I guess in 2 weeks, unless something changes. And yeah, thank you very much for joining me today. Bye.